I was a baby. I have a twin brother, Mark, and even though I came into the world 5 minutes after he did, I was always miles ahead of him. By the time he'd learned to roll over, I was crawling everywhere. He was just making spit bubbles when I spoke my first words. But for some reason, Mom and Dad were so proud of everything he did, and I just seemed to get on their nerves. Once, when we were playing with our toys, Mark picked up a mini train excitedly.
Look, Dada, it's a choo-choo. It's not a choo-choo, Mark. It's a train.
Oh, be quiet. He's so cute when he talks like that. I don't know why you speak like an annoying teenager already. On our 4th birthday, I only got stupid dolls, while my brother got a super cool toy airplane. He just ripped the box open and started pushing the buttons like a maniac. I picked up the manual and read the instructions. I felt fascinated by how it worked.
Here, Mark, let me give it a try.
No, you leave it to the boys. Even my dad couldn't get it to work. This is garbage. And with that, he tossed it aside. I quietly picked up the airplane, and a few seconds later, everyone looked up in shock as it zoomed over their heads. Mark started to cry, and Dad snatched the remote control from me and told me to teach my bratty brother. But after I did, he would never let me have a turn. I would just sneak into his room at night and take it whenever I wanted. Once when we were in the 4th grade, my brother and I were playing Scrabble and my parents joined in. What I thought would be a fun family game night turned out to be a nightmare. I get 54 points for Sphinx. That's not even a word. You're just making stuff up.
No, I'm not. It's an imaginary creature.
So it's not real. Ha! I knew it. Cheater.
Just because you don't know something doesn't mean it's not true.
Suddenly, Dad lost his temper and knocked the board off of the table. You think you're smarter than all of us, huh?
I never said that, but maybe I read more books than you guys.
So that's the problem. Well, here's an easy solution. No more books for you. To my horror, he marched straight up to my room, took away all my books, and put them in his safe. If they thought that was going to stop me from reading, they were so wrong. I'd sneak books into my school bag from the library and read them at night when everyone was asleep. When I was in the 10th grade, I was going upstairs one day when a book fell out of my bag. Before I could pick it up, Mark was already flipping through the pages. This isn't one of our course books. Mom, Dad, look what Victoria has. And seconds later, I had my parents breathing down my neck. Why are you reading this book? What does it have to do with you? I just really like reading about machines and how they work. I even fixed the kitchen clock that hasn't been working since forever.
That was you? Why didn't you tell me, idiot? I've been terrified thinking it's some ghost messing with... That was you? Why didn't you tell me, idiot? I've been terrified thinking it's some ghost messing with the time.
I didn't send you to school to be some mechanic, and this kind of stuff is for boys. And with that, he ripped the book in half. Dad, that's a library book. Well, oops, and you better come and watch TV with us. You have to start acting like you're part of this family. They forced me to watch dumb shows with them all evening, when all I wanted to do was go work on my secret project. You see, about a month ago, I'd entered the science fair, and I'd been secretly working on an amazing robot arm. On the day of the fair, I woke up extra early, snuck out of the house with my project, and put it in my locker. When the science teacher called me to set up my table at the fair, I couldn't help grinning at Mark's surprised face. As the judges and other students gathered around my table, I announced, "This solar-powered robot arm can play catch with you, chop up vegetables, and even write with a pen. Exhibit A." Everyone gasped as the arm started chopping up carrots at warp speed. And then suddenly, something went very, very wrong. The arm started making some strange sputtering noises, and the next thing I knew, it flung the knife towards the crowd, missing one of the judges by an inch. As the horrified crowd started to scatter, I burst into tears. I couldn't understand how this had happened, until I spotted Mark's ugly face smiling in the crowd. Of course he'd tampered with it. I didn't win anything, and to make things worse, I was called into the principal's office. I gulped when I walked in to see the judge who almost got hurt, but he actually smiled at me. "Victoria, we obviously couldn't give you a prize because your robot failed, but I was still very impressed, and your teachers speak very highly of you. Would you like to join the program for gifted kids at my college?" College? I couldn't believe it. "Why don't you come spend a day on campus? Bring your parents along." I agreed to the college tour immediately, and I was foolish enough to think that for once my parents might be proud of me. As I went downstairs that evening to talk to them, I was met with roars of laughter. You should have seen it, guys. It was so funny when the arm went haywire. She almost hit someone.
I wish you could have caught it on camera. Gosh, what was she thinking?
Maybe she wants to build a robot arm one day because she's too ugly to get a real boyfriend. I turned angrily and went back to my room. I wasn't telling them anything about the college. The next day, I gave the principal the permission slip I'd signed myself and left for the college tour. I had an amazing time touring the campus. Later in the cafeteria, I bumped into someone, and when I turned to apologize, I saw the cutest boy smiling down at me. Hey, let me help you with that. I'm Luke, by the way. Luke was really sweet, and we struck up a conversation immediately over lunch. I didn't even notice how quickly the time had passed. When I was leaving, he said, I know we just met, but I'd love to keep in touch. It's hard to find people you can talk to easily. I knew exactly what that felt like. I was on cloud 9, but I fell back pretty hard on earth as soon as I got to school. Waiting at the gate were the principal and my parents, and they looked livid. You forged my signature? Dad, let me explain. Where were you all day? I've been offered a full scholarship at an amazing college. College? What kind of college would want a stupid schoolgirl? Sir, your daughter is very smart, and you can visit the college. I'll be doing nothing of the sort. That's because she's not going. And I want you to stop telling her she's better than the rest of us, or I'll sue you. As furious as I was, I knew there was no point in arguing with these guys. I would just have to wait a couple of years to get out of here. They couldn't take everything away from me, I thought. I called up Luke and we started seeing each other. As we grew closer, I opened up to him about my crazy family and how my achievements bothered them. That's really unfair. You have a college scholarship waiting for you. Don't let their insecurities hold you back, Vic. His words made me realize that I didn't need to feel bad for being smart or having big dreams. Luke helped me set up a tutoring gig on the side, and I started making money. A couple of months later, he asked me to move out and come live with him, and I said yes. We decided to break the news to them together. To my surprise, they looked rather pleased to see Luke. Oh, wow. I was pretty sure by now she was gay. Yeah, she thinks she's so smart she doesn't even need a man. Luke immediately took my hand. She doesn't need a man, sir. I'm lucky that someone as smart and lovely as her chose me. I just wanted to tell you all that I'm moving out, and I'm going to college next week. At first, they looked shocked. Then Dad started laughing. Oh, now I get why she's with you. You do need a man to pay the bills. I'm on full scholarship, Dad, and I have plenty of savings. Oh, is that so? Well, I'm pretty sure you'll come crying back soon enough. You've always thought you were something special, but you're not. And you never will be. Maybe you're right, Dad. Maybe I'm not special, but I'm smart and hardworking, and I love to learn. And now that I won't have you putting me down, I can be anything I want. And with that, I walked out with Luke. I was going to put my family behind me for good. On the first day of college, when someone came and sat next to me in class, I looked up and nearly fell off my seat. Mark, what are you doing here? Oh, I go to this college now. Dad pulled some strings to get me in here. He says that if you're smart enough to go to college, so am I. Just seeing Mark every day was ruining my college experience, but I knew I didn't have to worry about it for too long. He was nowhere near smart enough to keep up with college studies, and after flunking for 2 semesters straight, he finally left. I graduated college with honors, and on the same day, Luke proposed to me. I called Mom a few days later to invite my family to the wedding. Oh, did you say the date is May 15th? Oh, sorry, no, we can't make it. Marky is getting married on the same day. What? To whom? Oh, I don't know yet, but we'll be very busy. So good luck with your wedding. I couldn't believe she just decided to have Mark's wedding on the same day as mine. The moment I told her the news, Mom is horrible. My wedding day was the happiest day of my life, and it was probably because my family wasn't there. A week later, I had a job interview at my dream company, and I was really nervous. As I paced the hallway, I was shocked to see Dad come out of the office. What are you doing here? Same as you. I'm here for the job interview. But you're not an engineer. So what? I'm a good actor. Just then, the door opened again, and I was called in for my turn. As I walked in, Dad yelled behind me. I raised her, and I can tell you, she's not very smart. She won't be any good for this job. Everyone in the room looked rather shocked. I felt so humiliated, but but I managed to collect myself and I aced the interview. I was immediately offered the job. A year later, we welcomed a beautiful baby girl, Maddie, and we decided that we needed a bigger place. We started going to open houses, and I fell in love with a beautiful Victorian cottage. When we approached the realtor, she said, "Oh, don't get too attached to this place. Another family's already made an offer on it." I turned around to see that it was my family she was pointing to. Unbelievable! I'll match any offer they make, and I'll personally talk to the homeowner about how much it would mean for us to live here. After speaking with the owner, I made an offer. As expected, my parents went up even higher. I didn't want to get into a bidding war, and I let them have it. Luke and I walked by the house a day after they'd moved in. The minute the trio spotted us, they all came running out. "Guys, come in. Don't you want to see our lovely new home?" "Thanks, Dad, but I'd rather not. Not after the stories I've heard about it." "What do you mean?" "Oh, I spoke with the owner, and she told me that 10 years ago, a tenant mysteriously died in this house, and nobody stays here too long ever since, because strange things keep happening. That's why she decided to finally sell it. Such an honest old lady." And with that, we walked away. My family was truly terrified of one thing. It was ghosts. Luke and I found another lovely home as far away from them as possible. And we're raising Maddie there to do anything she wants, from playing in the dirt to making dollhouses. And nothing would make me happier if she's smarter than me.
Did you know that you can tell if someone's a good person based on their favorite color?
Wait, what?
So research has found that people's favorite color tells a lot about their personality and the psychology of their brain.
Oh boy, everyone's just gonna start exposing all their friends and family.
So if someone's favorite color is blue, scientists found that they are very loyal friends. They put other people's needs before their own and overall are very good people. If someone's favorite color is green, they are very hardworking and smart, but have a hard time trusting people and can tend to be a very jealous person.
Well, I don't got any green on.
I guess it's a good thing. So if your favorite color is pink, they are very loving and compassionate people and are very dependable. If someone's favorite color is red, they're natural born leaders and like to be the center of attention, but people tend to respect them a lot more than the average person. If someone's favorite color is purple, they like to help people and are very creative, but sadly can sometimes be very difficult to deal with.
Dude, I'm gonna go ask all my friends what their favorite color is.
So when I was a sophomore in high school, I had this teacher who would only let the students in her class use the restroom one time per semester. Well, one day I raised my hand and I was like, "Excuse me," I don't remember her name, "can I please use the restroom?" And she was like, "No, you can't, because you've already used the restroom in my class this semester." Well, excuse me, you can't dictate my bladder. So I'm like all frustrated, and I started secretly texting my mom because I wasn't allowed to use my phone in class. And I was like, "Mom, I'm sitting in class right now, my teacher won't let me use the restroom." And she was like, "I'll take care of it for you." And I was like, "Okay." So like 5 minutes goes by, and all of a sudden my teacher's phone starts ringing, and she walks up to it and answers it, and she's like, "Hello?" "Yeah. Okay, thank you." And then she walks up to me like so angry, and she like slams the pass on my desk, and she was like, "Since you have to go that bad." And I was like, "Yeah, I really do, thanks." And I got up and left. I didn't even have to go to the bathroom. It was just the principle of it. I just roamed the halls.